Sunspots, sunspots, sunspots. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't know what's going on with this. What is the problem here with the Wi-Fi? Hold on. I'm super annoyed with this. Forgive my Wi-Fi. It's so annoying. I apologize. I just shut it off. I'm not tolerating that. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody doing? I apologize for the Wi-Fi. I don't know what it was doing, but good morning. This looks so much better. Like, thank God, because I was like starting to think I had like scabies, real talk. Look at this wrinkle in my face. Holy moly. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I love that we find just like a little time in the morning to connect and just like recharge and check in with each other and all of that. So good morning and thank you for being here with me. Really quick, want to add that my sweet friend Janice Rogers from Birmingham, who is the Fox News, like local Fox News correspondent. So before you're like, Fox News, not that Fox News, local Fox News in Birmingham. My sweet friend Janice Rogers posted something on Facebook and somebody commented, please lose weight. And I thought Janice's response to that person was really important. And that response was, just so you know, when you tell people who need to lose weight that they need to lose weight, they already know that. You're not suggesting anything that they are not aware of. You telling them to lose weight isn't like an epiphany. Do I need to lose weight? Oh my God, I didn't see it. Who knew? People who need to lose weight know they need to lose weight. It's not your job to comment, especially publicly, and tell them that they need to lose weight. They're aware. Not everybody is ready. Not everybody can prioritize that. Not everybody has the skills or the tools or the discipline. There's so many factors that go into that. So just a reminder, when you feel compelled to tell somebody to lose weight, they're aware that they need to lose weight. You don't need to say it. So just wanted to put that out there. And shout out to Janice Rogers. If anybody knows her who's watching this, let her know that I love her and think she's gorgeous and have loved sitting next to her for 10 years at that desk and working with her. And she's a consummate professional and one of the best in her field. And everybody who says mean things to her can honestly suck a whole nutsack. I said what I said. Okay, so also, another thing I want to tell you before I get into today's coffee talk. I don't know if you guys watched that video of the woman like following the white woman, following the black woman around Victoria's Secret, and then like playing the victim and being like, I didn't hit you. Oh my God. No. Why doesn't that ever happen when I am out? Why does that never happen when I am there to karate chop the shit out of somebody? Like, I so badly want to be on that show, What Would You Do? because like I want the world to see my karate skills. Because when I tell you that I would karate chop the shit out of somebody, and like, listen, I'm just telling you the truth. I took karate in 4th grade. If you think that I'm not obviously a professional, I had like a green belt, I think, with 2 stripes. 2 stripes. Okay, I was on my way to a black belt. If you think I don't know my kata, I still remember it. Okay, I am basically a karate teacher, okay? And I am waiting for my opportunity to be in a situation where somebody does that to someone and I can be like, oh my God, are you on the ground fake crying? Are you fake screaming? Because I'm a mother. I know fake crying. I'm basically a pro at spotting fake crying. Okay? Every mother watching this video knows fake crying. Okay? We know it. So if you combine being able to spot fake crying with my ability to karate chop the shit out of you, I'm just letting you know. Okay? Anyway, I just want that to happen when I am out at a store. And let everybody please take out your phones. That will be my moment to shine. You think Jersey Belle was fun? You think Coffee Talk is good? Lord Jesus, I come to you and lay myself at your feet and ask you, let me, Lord, be in a store where one of those situations happened. Lord, let me show everybody my karate skills, Lord. I'm telling you, I want people to see, and I hope the video goes wild. Like, I hope they put me on the news. I hope people are like, yo, this woman karate chopped the shit out of this racist woman. They will be like, oh my God, let us see. I hope they play it back in slow motion and I'm like, run, you racist. For real, you will be off to jail. Great. Amazing. Okay. Do you think I'm going to prison? Come on. I got privilege. Oh my God, y'all. You don't know how long I've been waiting to make that joke. It's worth getting detained. That would be worth getting detained. Listen, who karate chopped this woman? I did. Take me to jail. I karate chopped the racist. Take me to jail. Who slow motion karate chop? That was me, sir. Anyway, all right, let's get to Coffee Talk today because I am telling you. Ruby. Okay, Ruby. Okay, Ruby. Keep her away from me. Sis, you're following her. What in the George Zimmerman? If you don't back all the way, get her away from me. Friend, your feet are forward motion here. Your feet are going towards what? It was some who's on first, what's on second shit. I was like, this lady doesn't know forward from backward. Okay. Anyway, all right. So I have spotted this 1-2 combo, red flag combo of emotional manipulation that it took me a little while. And by a little while, I mean like 25 years to spot. And now I see it and I'm like, I know what this is. I recognize this. Isn't it amazing how many times we have to basically wear red flags as bandanas before we are like, wait, is this a red flag? How did this get tied around my neck? Right. Okay. So people who want to emotionally manipulate you, and sometimes I think people don't even always want to emotionally manipulate you. It's just their go-to. It's just how they bond with people. It's like trauma bonding, right? Is first they reveal early trauma in their life or different traumas in their life to you to gain your sympathy. And then they get you to compromise your morals. And they get you to turn a blind eye to things you wouldn't normally turn a blind eye to. They get you to ignore things you wouldn't typically ignore. And you do so because you feel sorry for them. Sympathy, guilt. So first, they tell you traumatic things about their life very early on in the friendship. If you meet somebody and in the first few weeks, they divulge very emotional, personal things about themselves that make you feel emotionally like indebted to them, they now have you in a space where you will let your guard down, you will compromise your morals, compromise your values, ignore red flags because you feel bad for them. You feel sad for them. You feel guilty. This is not always intentional. Sometimes these people don't even realize that they do that because it's their way of bonding with people. But some people do it to emotionally manipulate you. They know that if they tell you that they were abused or cheated on or, whatever, and you are an empath or you're just like human and you open yourself up to receiving that trauma. No, Kyla, I agree. That's why I said not everybody does this to manipulate you, but it is still manipulation, because if they get you to a place where it's a 1-2 punch, it's very rarely that does somebody open up. It can happen, but very rarely does somebody open up and overshare very early on. Okay? Very early on. And then start to ask you to do things for them. I'll give you an example. If you meet somebody who tells you that they were abandoned as a child, or somebody who very early on, they say to you like, I've been homeless, or I was abandoned, or I've struggled to pay. I live paycheck to paycheck. I have no, whatever it is, right? And you take that on as an empath, and you meet this person and you're like, oh my God, like this is the second time I hung out with this girl and I'm learning, that she lives paycheck to, she's having a really hard time. She doesn't know where she's going to sleep, blah, blah, blah. And then she calls you a few days later and says, I'm in between houses right now and I need somewhere to stay. And I'm not asking for anything. I'm just venting. And now you're in a space where you feel guilty. You feel like maybe I should ask this person to come stay with me. Should I offer her a room? Should I whatever? Because now you feel guilty because you know that she has issues with this, or has been left out or abandoned, whatever. This is just an example. Sam, so you say no. Okay, guys, those of you that are like trying to shut down the coffee talk, like just don't do it. This is not the coffee talk for you. Because if you're the person that isn't affected by this, I get that. You're going to hear me talk and go, I don't fall for that shit. Great. Sam, we get it. It's on us. We get it, Sam. You would never fall for this shit. Sam would never fall for the 1-2 punch. Got it. For those of you who may have experienced this or may go through this or have been through this and it does affect you, I'm talking to you. Okay? A lot of times when you try to be a good person and you try to be like you don't even have to necessarily be an empath to not shut people out. sometimes people share trauma with you and you're like, whoa, that feels really soon. But okay, tell me about how your father left you when you were young. You know what I mean? Like, I want to hear that. And then they call you to say that they're being hurt in a relationship or whatever. And I'm not talking about someone you've been friends with over time who shares things with you. Y'all, that's normal. You're friends with somebody, you've been hanging out for 6 months over a drink, they divulged that they were cheated on or whatever, cool. I'm talking about people who try to trauma bond with you or unload on you their emotional trauma quick. Like, the way they bond is through their trauma. They don't talk to you about where they went to college or the kind of drinks they like or that they love pockets in their dresses or what kind of car they had when they were young or like the funny first boyfriend they ever had. The way like women like typically bond. Oh, you know this person? What year did you graduate from high school? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you love Twinkies? Nobody loves a Twinkie more than me. I'm a coffee girl. You drink coffee? Blah, blah. Normal shit. I'm talking about the girl that you meet and the second time you hang out with her, she's telling you that her stepfather molested her when she was young and she has a heart. You're like, okay. Like, I'm talking about the people who get you in that space super quick so that you don't even have time to get to know them because now you know their trauma. Okay? You don't have time to get to know them and their likes and like whatever because now you've been exposed to their trauma. So you feel a way. How do you hear that somebody... You can't, like, listen, I'm going to keep it 100. I met somebody in Birmingham, I think it was 2015, okay? And this woman got me hook, line, and sinker. And by the way, I was already doing coffee talk. It's not like I didn't know, but I couldn't spot this red flag. Remember when I told you about the red flag tied around your neck like a fucking bandana? That's what happened to me. The red flag was right there. It was literally over my eyes. And I couldn't even see it. It was happening to me. It was happening to me in front of you guys. We all, if you've been rocking with me for a long time, you already know you might know who I'm talking about. But anyway, she came into my life and suddenly I was the answer to all her problems. I need somebody to run this. I need somebody to come into my company. I need somebody, and and then suddenly it was like over sharing about baby daddies and ex-husbands and parents and trauma and rape and this. And it was so soon and early on in our friendship that suddenly I felt indebted to her, like emotionally indebted, like I couldn't turn away from her or look away or not do what she wanted me to do because the world had let her down. How could I let her down? After she basically told me that the whole world had failed her. So I was like, fuck, I can't fail her. I can't hurt her. I can't be the one when everybody else has done this to her. And before I knew it, I was all wrapped up in her life. Suddenly I emotionally owed her. Like I was obligated and I was in every part of it. She was in my house. She was with my kids. I was working with her. I was everywhere. And it was only like when I realized, when she discarded me so easily and I could step back and like, holy shit. When I tell you I was used and manipulated, I was used and manipulated. Holy shit. And it happened right in front of my eye. Y'all, when I tell you that it happened right in front of my eyes, it was right here. Hello? And so many people came out of the woodwork to be like, she did it to me. She did it to me. She did it to me. And I'm like, holy fuck. And so, look, it's okay. I'm fine. I came away unscathed. I had a rough month when that all went down. I was devastated. I felt betrayed. I was embarrassed. The embarrassment. Oh, the embarrassment. Those of you who have been with me for Coffee Talk and you went through all that, the embarrassment for how much I promoted her and her business and put my name on things and fuck. But like, again, I still don't wish her any ill will. None. Zero. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I only want the best for her. She's raising children. Like, you don't want bad things to happen to women who are raising children, because then they raise bad children and those children meet your children on the playground and then it's that, right? So my point is, like, I share this with you to just warn you, caution you. When someone tries to trauma bond with you quickly, when they divulge, yes, Jenny, yes, Jenny, it was rough. When somebody tries, when they start, no, not the celery juicing from her. We're going back further than that. Anyway, I just share this with you because I think the 1-2 punch of like the oversharing and the trauma bonding very early on, and then the sudden way that they get you to compromise things you wouldn't typically compromise and things you wouldn't normally do, and you start ignoring things you wouldn't typically ignore because you feel bad for them. This is the dangerous combination here, folks. So I only share this with you for you to be mindful. And also, I hope that you get to see me karate chop someone one day, because I am practicing. I am back in the dojo and I will whoop someone. All right, I love you guys so much. Yes, Rose. I'm right on top of that, Rose. And just a reminder really quick, not every Coffee Talk is going to be for you. It is okay to come on to Coffee Talk, hear me talking and go, I'm pretty good on this topic. I'm okay with this. And you can still stay here and listen, or you can log off. You don't have to share it or whatever. But it is difficult for people who need to have the conversation when you comment things like, just don't do it. It's like, okay, but like some of us need the conversation. So if it isn't for you, better that you just log off and go, today is not for me. Maybe tomorrow. That's all. I love you guys. I love you too, Dawn. I love you guys so much. And I think you should share this video for a lot of reasons. Personally, one, because the karate chop is very important. And I just think it's important for people to know this. So I love you very much. And I hope you have a great, great day.